Hey everyone, Karen Debs here, FlexibleWarrior.com. Continuing on from the theme and the video we did yesterday, I am encouraging you guys to bust out your foam rollers. I'm sure you're out and about doing lots of summer activities, running, cycling, hiking, all that fantastic stuff, swimming, but busting out your foam roller, these myofascia release balls, and the stretch strap. Again, you can get all these things on my Amazon shop page if you're having a hard time finding them otherwise. So we're going to do some hips and hamstrings today. So, and if you didn't get a chance already, you can watch yesterday's video, and we did a little bit more back. So with your foam roller, again, the key thing, the most key thing with the foam roller is that you bust it out and you use it. So if you watch yesterday's video, we did the spine rolling and with the myofascial release balls today. We're gonna start with hips today. So you're gonna keep your right foot on the ground, cross your left ankle over, bring your right hand to your left knee, and you're pivoting to the side so you can get a little bit into the piriformis and all around the hip socket. So it's good to at least go for a minute on this. Again, for those of you who are runners and cyclists, hiking, doing a lot of outdoor, I just lost my balance there a little bit, a lot of outdoor activities, then it's really key that you take the time to, roll all this out. I really like to do it before I stretch. So foam roll first to loosen up the tissue and then stretch. So that's what we're going to do today. If you do happen to find a tight spot, then just kind of rock and roll back and forth on it, hold on to it a little bit longer. I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel too with foam rolling. There's a whole yoga for runners playlist. I put the link in my bio on my Instagram page for that as well. Okay, let's switch sides. So same thing other side. So put your left foot down, adjust yourself as needed. Right ankle over left knee. I like to take the left hand then across on the opposite knee. That gets you to kind of shift your weight to the side and really gets that hip joint open. Okay, and supporting on your right hand, a little bend in your knee so you're not locking out that joint. And again, if you do find a tight spot, a particularly tight spot, I should say, a little tighter than the other spots, then hold on to that, rock and roll back and forth on it, go cross fiber. If you are having low back issues, we were talking a little bit about that yesterday, hips and hamstrings are all part of that. Roll around a few more seconds on that. Again, take longer if you want to. This is great to do, at the end of the day. If you're watching TV or something like that, just bust out your foam roller and do a little foam rolling while you're watching TV. That's a great way to multitask. That's one of the only ways I like to multitask. Okay, we're gonna do hamstrings next. So the roller goes out in front, the legs go out straight. Make sure that you're keeping your core engaged. Now what I like to do is actually take the legs into a wide straddle position. I know it's kind of hard to see in this position here, but when you take the legs out wide, you can turn the toes out and in like this. That allows you to get to different places in your hamstring. Again, if you find a little knot, right, like just hold on to that and stay with that spot a little bit longer. That's the key. Like, don't avoid the sore tight spots, go into them and really, take the time to loosen them up. Now, I really love this foam rolling stuff too, because I feel like, getting massage is incredible, going to a chiropractor, a physical therapist, all these amazing things, right? But we need to do stuff on our own at home too, and frequency and consistency is the key. All right, so I think we did a good minute there. You can certainly take your time, go longer, and I really like to do sets of this stuff too. Now we're not gonna have the time to do that today, but just like anything else, like when you're doing strength training, when you do sets and you do repetitions, you get a little bit more each time you go into it. So, if you have the time today, maybe do this 2 or 3 times. Okay, now take your little myofascial release balls, and we're gonna get into the hip from a reclined position. So lie down on your back, and what you're gonna do is take the little ball, and again, you can use a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball if you want to, but I really like these pinky balls. Again, they're on my Amazon shop page if you want them. They're like $3-4 bucks. One of the best investments you'll ever make. Okay, drop your knees to the right, put it underneath your left hip, like right in that hip socket, and then you're gonna draw your knees to the left, so you're rocking on the ball and then off of the ball. You can readjust, find a new spot if you didn't find that exact spot that you really need it. And again, you're just rocking on and off, okay? back and forth. Woo! Really feeling it in that hip probably. Again, just taking the time, maybe about a minute or so. And if you do find a spot that really needs attention, like you know that that spot is your spot, then stay there a little bit longer. And you can make like little circular motions or rock back and forth on it like that. And really release the tension in those tight areas. Try to get those trigger points worked out a little. Okay? One more breath here on this side, and then go ahead and release. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So take the ball, I will spin around and put it under the other hip. And you may notice that one hip's a little tighter than the other. That's kind of normal. A lot of people have that. So right under the hip socket, you rock onto the ball and then off of it. Readjust, find a new spot, and then on and off. All right, and then just keep doing that again for at least a minute. Certainly longer is fine. You don't want to dig in too deep to the tissue. So you don't want to, if you're having already a lot of tension or trauma there, you don't want to create more inflammation, right? So be gentle with yourself. As the quote from Desiderata that I love, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. So that's part of Desiderata. If you don't know that poem, you can Google it, check it out. It's awesome. Timeless information. Okay, one more time, on and off. Again, if you find that specific spot that you know really needs more attention, hold on to that. And then just, you can shimmy your hips a little bit side to side, move it around a little bit, get a little bit deeper on the stretch there. All right. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and release out of that. Now we're going to do our reclined hamstring stretch and hip stretch. So you're going to take your stretch strap, and again, what I love about the stretch out strap is that it has these little loops here. You can just slide your foot right underneath that loop, and your leg does not need to be all the way straight. Okay, a bend in the knee is fine if your hamstrings are really tight, but if you can work at getting your legs straight, great. Okay, no competition with this. We're going to do a little bit of moving stretch. So what you're going to do is take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to pull that leg gently towards you until you feel the tension and you feel the lengthening. You can keep your left knee bent, by the way, left foot on the ground. I know you can't see it right now, but left foot's bent. It keeps your spine a little bit more neutral. So what you're going to do is your inhale as you send the leg a few inches away. Exhale, pull it in a little closer to you. So just move with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, just lengthening out your exhales as you draw the leg towards you. Creating a little space in those tight hammies. Okay, one more time. Inhale and exhale, pull it in. Now you can switch your legs any way you want. It's kind of fun to just slide your left foot up like as both legs are straight and just switch that way. Give it a try. Take an inhale and exhale. Again, if you can't find this stretch out strap, it is available on Amazon, and you can find it on my Amazon shop page. I really love them. They're one of my favorite go-to for people that are really tight. It's really nice to use these because you don't have to struggle so much to reach behind your leg or whatever. Okay, we're moving and breathing. Inhale, a few inches away. Exhale, pull it in until you feel the stretch, but you're not quivering, you're not shaking, you're not struggling. Okay, go with your breath. 2 more times. Exhale, pull it in. And this is your last one. Inhale away. Exhale, pull it in. Good. You can release your foot out of there, pull your knees into your chest. Again, like I was saying yesterday, on yesterday's video, if you are having back issues, the best way to get up from a reclined position is actually by keeping your spine in line and neutral. So you'd roll onto one side and then push yourself up to a seated position. That would be ideal. Okay, rather than just swinging your legs forward and back. All right, so there you go. There's your short little 10-minute video to practice some self-care today with some really inexpensive at-home things that you can do. So there's no excuses. You got your foam roller, your myofascial release balls, and your stretch out strap. Okay, you guys, practice your self-care. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to comment below. And remember, I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel, including a complete yoga for runners post-run stretch. Okay, so you can check it out, Flexible Warrior Yoga on YouTube. Have a great day.